All right, we are on the eve, the week of the greatest, and I know people like to clickbait, but when I say this, I honestly think this game will be the greatest game of the next decade. EA College Football 25. It is going to easily be my favorite game that I've ever played. I already know, I've seen enough footage, I've seen enough gameplay. I'm going to go through a bunch of reasons why this game is going to be the greatest game of our generation. It's crazy. So, first of all, this game is making a gigantic comeback. We haven't had EA College Football for 10 years. We haven't had it for 10 plus years. So, automatically the demand has been there, okay? I remember playing EA College Football 14 at a friend's house. I didn't even have it myself. So this is half the nostalgia of people that actually owned it. This game is going to be amazing because we haven't had it for 10 years, first and foremost. By the way, I've got really like 10 points I've got in my head in my notes that I've evaluated after watching all these videos. Number 2, comprehensive roster. When you look at the roster of your favorite college team, the majority of the players' names, information is going to be in there. And that is just amazing because we're talking about kids here. I mean, this isn't like high-level athletes. Yeah, there are some huge names in college sports, but the small college that's by your house, it's got active, accurate rosters, and that's just amazing for the players and for the fans. Number 3, I'm going to add on to that. There are thousands, and I mean thousands of players that will be in this game. According to my calculations, there should be 12,800 players. That is a lot of work, and I get it. In past games, people would just add their favorite team's players, but this is all done for you. You don't have to spend hours doing that. I know I would probably wouldn't do that. Maybe I'd do it for my favorite team, but most people, your average Joe, isn't going to do that. So accuracy for the players is pretty dope. I'm not going to lie. Okay, let's talk about number 4. This is not Madden. It's not. There are advanced techniques, and there's a lot of different stuff we'll talk about, but right off the bat, there's kind of like a shooting meter in, think NBA 2K, that plays into when you're throwing the ball. That's not in Madden. There's some more advanced features. I know that the game plays faster than Madden as well. It's just going to be a different experience, and I can tell you, the noob to the pro, there's going to be a much wider gap than Madden, because Madden, there's certain strategies like throwing a slant every single play, or there's all these things in Madden that are kind of easy to go around. There's a lot of strategies that just work for noobs in Madden, okay? And obviously, if you're good at Madden, and if you're a noob, there's a huge talent gap. But in EA College Football, I think with all the complexity that this game adds, all the advanced gameplay compared to Madden, there's going to be a much bigger gap. All right, number 5, your favorite team, the stadium is going to be in there. And I haven't seen all of them, right? I've only seen a handful, as you probably have as well. But every stadium is not only in there, but it's accurate. They're not just putting generic football stadiums in and calling them, whatever. And that's really significant for over 100 programs. I mean, you think about it, Madden only has to do, 34 stadiums? Over 100 stadiums that are going to be accurate. Supposedly, this is what I hear, I cannot confirm yet, and you're probably watching this video after it's come out, so, I'll let you know in the comments below if this is not the case, but the student section will be in the right spot in the majority of stadiums. That's huge. Look, I'm not a serious gamer. I'm not playing, first player shooter games. I'm pretty casual, and I like the sports games. I get more into that, but the accuracy and the nostalgia and the ability to play a video game and pretend you're a college football player, that's where it hits home for me. And being able to do that with accurate stadiums is just awesome. Okay, so strategies and playbooks. Supposedly, again, I don't have special access to the playbooks, but supposedly there will be different playbooks for every single team on the offensive side and the defensive side. So that just adds another element of strategy. In Madden, again, there's like 5 teams that have the same playbook, which is, there's more continuity. The people that develop Madden kind of get lazy with that. With the EA College Football, you're going to be able to have your own unique strategy, in that right there is a game changer in itself. Ultimate team mode, okay? You can build your own team, take it to the college football playoff. It doesn't matter if you're a small program or a P4 program. You're going to be able to take that program, build it up, recruit players. The transfer portal is a thing. NIL is a thing. Recruiting, all of that is baked into the game. And you're going to be able to take your favorite college to the college football playoff, which I think is not only more unrealistic and therefore more fun than taking, any team to the Super Bowl, but again, just because I live in a location where we don't have an NFL team, and I have my NFL team that I cheer for. However, the college that's close to me that I've cheered for my whole life, much bigger fan of that, and therefore it's just going to be that much more fun for me. And I think that is the case with most college football fans. Attention to detail. Again, this kind of goes in with the stadiums, with the players. It's just baking this whole idea into one thing, but the attention to detail is amazing. From pre-game rituals to stadium detail to, chants, marching band, team fight songs. I mean, that is the level of detail that is not in Madden as well. That is something that makes college football special, and it's going to be in the game. All right, dynamic dynasty mode. For all you Uncle Ricos that got injured, guess what? You get to get recruited again. You get to play quarterback, running back, cornerback. There's a myriad of positions that you can be in dynasty mode, and you get to live the college experience through your video game, which, again, you can do this in Madden, right? But there's a certain level of nostalgia, and quite frankly, I think it's just going to be more fun to do it in college in the game. Just because we haven't had it for 10 years alone is a huge reason. But everyone has their own cup of tea. Regardless, that is a mode that I'm certainly looking forward to. Last but not least, and this is a feature that's not exclusive to EA College Football 25, but they are going to continue to update the game. Okay? So if Georgia ends up being the worst team in the SEC, that is going to reflect in the game now. That's not going to happen, right? But there's going to be a lot of different... when you look at the Big 12, happen to be a Big 12 fan myself, you can't really predict who's going to win. It's a pretty level league, and I think there's going to be some disparity, some overrated teams like Colorado that may not end up being rated as high as they should be by the end of the season, would be my prediction. But there's going to be constant updates from EA that's going to make this as realistic as possible, because at the end of the day, I think the goal of this game is to be better than Madden and to be as realistic as possible. And both those things are hand in hand. But overall, that is why I think this game will be the greatest game of the decade. And I hope that they continue to put it out, because I will throw my money at it every single time, without a doubt. Thanks for watching.